Hello, brother. Welcome to this video. Yeah, now imagine this situation. A photographer comes up to you and asks you, where the f is the horizon line? I need to see it. Well, that is a very impossible situation, but today I'm going to tell you what the horizon line is, why it's in certain places, how you can use it in your own illustrations, and what you should be putting within the horizon line to make it look as realistic as possible or as far away from realism or in an ethereal manner. Yep. Let me actually get into today's video and teach you more about this amazing thing known as the horizon line. Picture that I showed you earlier. I reckon that this picture isn't at its best to teach you that concept, so I'm gonna take another one. Okay, does this have a clear cut one? Yes, this does. So right now what we're going to be doing is trying to break down this image and understand what's going on here. So the horizon line, my friend, I've taught you already about perspective, so let me teach you about the horizon line. So we live on this plane known as Earth, right? And you and I, we know that to draw a square we do this, right? Yeah, all of that's fine and dandy. You get that, right? So, this Earth, we assume, is a square, a very huge one. And we say it's so big that the edges are essentially like this. This is like there is this one hidden edge here, and there's like this other vertex here. And what we're essentially doing is we're drawing stuff within this square and we're putting it on that surface. And that is how the horizon line functions. It's basically like one edge of this huge square, or like two edges of this huge square that is basically our Earth. And I know all the flat earthers are going to be cheering in the comment section right now, but I have one thing that will actually kick their asses. The thing is, when you're looking at stuff from a distance, like let me just say this eyeball, that this floating eyeball over here is you. You just are looking at different things right now, and what you come across is this one huge piece of bullshit that Earth is flat. And you know it's not, because the human vision limit, brother, is 15 kilometers. And do we see 15 kilometers of land? No, we see 5. A lot of smart people would have gotten why, but for those who are not capable of doing that kind of deduction this early on in your lives, you get an explanation from me. So let me just say, I am this stick man over here, and I want to look forwards. I keep looking forward. Kind of finished that thing, and I had to take a break and go back and come back. But now let me continue teaching you. So this man looks this way. Let me like erase all of this shit that distracts you. This man looks upwards, and that man is me. I am looking up, and this is you, let's just say. Can we look at each other? By any stroke of luck, can we look at each other? The answer would be no, because like you'll be like, bro, obviously I'm in the Americas while you're in Asia or Europe actually. So the thing is, what happens now is that the curvature doesn't let me see you. Let me just even say this is 15 kilometers. Let's not assume this is America or this. Let's just assume we're part of the same country. And your vision is 15 kilometers, and I am at the 13th or 12th kilometer. But the land curves away at 5 kilometers, so I am hidden to you behind the curvature. And just like I am, a lot of land too is hidden behind the curvature. So, what happens is your eye's maximum extent of vision is not being achieved here. And that makes it 5 kilometers, 15 kilometers, the eye level, and within 5 kilometers Earth's curvature just takes over and it doesn't let you see shit. And that is how you could be thinking about it. And now the flat earthers won't be cheering anymore, at least if they have a brain. Okay, now if the photographer comes up to you and asks you what the is the horizon line, you'll be answering him, it's over here, because you know that the human eye vision limit is 5 kilometers within a curved surface like Earth. But if he asked you where is the eye level, what would you answer him? What you're looking at right now is like a little soy boy version of me. I shouldn't be sharing this shit. So what happens is, my eye level in this scene is essentially where this picture wants to go. Say something like this. The horizon line is over here. It's 5 kilometers. But the eye level is the one where you put the perspective grid. And everything settles here. And the distance between 5 kilometers and 15 in perspective is not at all that much. Why? Because remember that bandana thing? The more deeper you go into this thing, the more the deeper distances look like they're not deep at all. Like, bro, this is the same as this. And the lines are not even of the same length. And when you go beyond a certain extent, that 5 kilometer to 15 kilometer line doesn't look like it's this much. It looks like it's this much or so. So it's very minimal, and in most of our pieces we miss this. But if you want to add that extra layer, put it there, put the horizon line a little bit low. It might look a little bit weird, but that adds a subtle, realistic twist to your piece. And yep, that was about it. Lighting is a really powerful tool. Lack thereof can make you look really ugly in videos. So, to actually use that tool, to know how shadows work in our reality, there is a video I've made on that, and that can get you started on your fundamentals with it. For starters, let me tell you something here. Like, the place where light doesn't hit is called the shadow. Stating the obvious, aren't I? So, let's take a look at the not obvious shit on that video. Boom.